Hey guys, welcome to the Tkinter Programming tutorial by Uplatz. So in the next lecture, I will be showing you a mini project kind of thing to find out the percentile based on the rank and based on the total population of the students. So before that, we need to know the basics of percentile. So what is the percentile and how does it help the students and how it is used in many areas, in many different areas. So first you should understand the definition of percentile. You can see the definition of percentile. It's the value below which a percentage of data falls. Okay, so the percentile is the value below which a percentage of data falls. So you can see one example there. Let's assume that you are the fourth tallest person in a group of 20 people. Okay, so out of 20 people, we don't know who is the tallest guy, we don't know who is the second tallest guy, we don't know who is the third tallest guy, but you are the fourth tallest guy in a group of 20 people. All right, so when you divide 20, so you can divide 20 into 5 equal parts, correct? So if you divide 20 into 5 equal parts, each group will have 4 people. So like that, 4 into 5 is 20. So if you divide 20 into 5 equal parts, the first part is the 20%. The second part is the one more 20%. The third part is again 20%. Fourth part is again the 20th%. Again, the fifth part is one more 20th%. So these 20% of the groups make 100% of the group, correct? So you can call one group as 20th% of the group. So if you are the fourth tallest guy, for example, you are in the first group. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Then remaining, there are 4 remaining groups. Okay. Each group having 4 persons. So you can say that 80% of the people are shorter than you. So you are in the first 20% of the people. So the remaining 80% of the people are shorter than you because we have divided 20 into 5 parts. So when you add 5 parts, okay, you will get 20. So similarly, each part is the 20% of the entire population. So when you take the first part, it is 20%. When you take the first and second part, it is 40%. When you take the first 3 parts, it is 60%. Like that, the first 4 parts are 80%. Then all the parts will make 100%, correct? So if you are the fourth tallest guy, then you are 80% of the people are shorter than you. It means you are in the first 20%. Okay, you are in the first 20% of the entire population. The remaining 80% of the people are shorter than you. That means you are at the 80th percentile. Okay, this is the definition of percentile, below which a percentage of data falls. So you can understand the example like this. If you are the fourth tallest guy in a group of 20, then you are at the 80th percentile. For example, if your height is 1.85 meter, then 1.85 is the 80th percentile height in that group. Okay, then you can come down. So to find the percentile, you must have the data in order. Okay, to find the percentile, you must have the data in order. It should be in the ascending order. So have the data in order so you know which values are above and below it. So to calculate percentiles of height, you should have the data in height order, okay, sorted by height. Then to calculate percentiles of age, you should have the data in age order. The age should be in the ascending order. So the data should be in general ascending order. Then group data, when the data is grouped. Okay, so when you have a group of data, how to find the percentile? So let's see that there are few steps. You can see, first you need to add up all the percentages below the score plus half the percentage at the score. Okay, this is very important. You must add up all the percentages below the score, then plus half the percentage at the score. So what does it mean? So for example, your score is B. There are 4 scores, A, B, C, D. You have scored a B. Okay, your score is B. So you are better than C and D, it means, correct? So you have scored a B, and you can see there, out of 100%, 12% have got D grade, 50% have got C grade, 30% have got B grade, and 8% have got A grade. So when you add them up, you will get 100%, correct? So 30 plus 50 is 80, 8 plus 12 is 20. So 80 plus 20 is 100. So in this, you have got a score B. So 30% have got the score B. Now how to find the percentile? So add up all the percentages below the score. So who has scored below the B grade, you must add all those things. So you must add 12 and 50. So 12 plus 50 will make it 62, correct? Plus half of the percentage at the score. Your score is at B. And how many have scored B? 30%. So half of that. So what is half of 30%? 15%, correct? So now you should add 12 plus 50 plus 15, half of 30. So you can see there, for the total percentile of 12% plus 50% plus 15% equals 77%. So now it means if you have scored a B, you have performed better than 77% of the class. So this is very important, correct? So you can see the statement in bracket. Why take half of B? Because we don't know whether you are the top scorer in B or you are the worst scorer in B. So we take the average of that. That is 15%. 30% half is 15%. So we just take an average of B. So I hope this is understood. You can see the steps again. The 12% have got D, 50% have got C, 30% have got B, and 8% have got A. So add 12 plus 50 plus half of 30, that is 15. So you are better than 77% of the class. So this is how to find out the percentile. So it means 77% of the students are below you, have scored less than you, correct? So this is the percentile. We are calculating it out of the 100%. Then the next one is deciles. So DECILES. So what is deciles? Let's understand few things about deciles. So it's not same as percentile. So deciles are similar to percentile, but they split the data into 10% groups. So the deciles split the data into 10% groups. So the first decile is the first 10%. The second decile is the 20th percent, and so on. Okay. So decile is they split the data into 10% groups. Next is quartiles. So quartiles is nothing but quarter. So what is a quarter? Quarter is 25% of the 100%, correct? So that is the definition of quartiles. So another related idea is quartile, which splits the data into quarters. So for example, you can see there we have a sorted data 1, 3, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6, 7, 8, 8. So this is the data. So totally there are 10 values. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There are totally 10 values, and the data is arranged in ascending order. 1, 3, 3, 4, 5, 5, no, 4, 5, 6, 6, 7, 8, 8. So the numbers are in order. Now how do you split them into quarters? So out of 10, what is the first quarter? That is 2.5, correct? So 2.5 is the first quarter. The second quarter is in between 5 and 6 there. The third quarter is 7.5. So you can see there quartiles. In this case, the quartile 2, that is the second quarter, is in between 5 and 6. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Again 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the half is between 5 and 6. So the answer is 5.5. Okay. You can just draw a line between 5 and 6. That is the second quarter. So you need to add them and divide them by 2. So that is 5 plus 6 equals 11 by 2 is 5.5. So quarter 2 is 5.5. Then the first quarter, you can see it is on 3. The second quarter, it is on 5.5. The third quarter is 7. Okay. So these are the 3 quarters: first quarter, second quarter, and third quarter. So this is the idea of quarters, quartiles. So I hope this is clear. Next is we have some formula, we have some methods of how to find the percentile. So let's see them. So you can see the examples of quartiles. Next, we will do some very basic examples. Then we will start with the Tkinter example of how to find the percentile for the given rank. All right. So percentile is in everyday use. Okay. And there is no universal definition for it. The most common definition of a percentile is a number where a certain percentage of scores fall below that number. Okay, I told you this already. Percentile is a value below which a data falls, a percentage of data falls. So you can see one scenario there. You might know that you scored 67 out of 90 on a test. Your score is 67 out of 90, but that figure has no real meaning unless you know what percentile you fall into. So to which category you fall. So are you better than 50% of the students? Are you better than 70% of the students? Are you better than 80% of the students? So when you know this information, it is much useful. Okay, because out of 90, you can assume that everyone has scored more than you. That is, you are the last. Even though you have scored 67 out of 90, if everybody has scored above 70, you fall below everyone. Okay, so for that purpose, you must find out the percentile so that you can know where do you stand. Okay, so if you know that your score is in the 90th percentile, that means you have scored better than 90% of the people who took the test. Okay, so if you are best among the 90% of the students, so it means 90% of the students have scored less than you. Then percentiles are commonly used to report scores in tests like SAT, GRE, and LSAT. So these are very important concepts, the percentile. So to know where do you stand. The 70th percentile on the 2013 GRE was 156. Okay, so it means if you have scored above 156, it means you are better than 70% of the students. It means if you have scored 156 on the exam, your score was better than 70% of the test takers. So the 25th percentile is the first quartile. The 50th percentile is generally the median, that is half of the entire population. The 75th percentile is the third quartile. All right. So percentile is the individual data. It splits out of 100%. Okay. Then percentile rank. The word percentile is used informally in above definition. In common, percentile usually indicates that a certain percentage falls below that percentile. For example, if you score in the 25th percentile, then 25th percent of the test takers are below your score. The 25 is called the percentile rank. Okay. So in statistics, it can get a little more complicated as there are actually 3 definitions. We will see those 3 definitions one by one, how to find the percentile. So we will see them one by one now. The first 2 are quite easy. The first 2, you will see the definitions. So you can see the first definition. The nth percentile is the lowest score that is greater than a certain percentage of the scores. In this example, our n is 25. Okay. So we are looking for the lowest score that is just greater than 25%. So this is the first example. The second definition is just little different than the first definition. You can read out the second definition. The nth percentile is the smallest score that is greater than or equal to a certain percentage of the scores. Okay. So it is quite different. The first definition is just greater than the lowest score, but the second definition greater than or equal to the lowest score. So they may seem very similar, but they can lead to big differences in results when the data is very small. Okay. So we will see one example now. Okay. So the score and the rank you can see there. The scores given are 30, 33, 43, 53, 60, 56, 67 and 68. The ranks are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. So this is the table which is ordered in ascending order. Now we will understand how to find the percentile using all the methods. Okay. So how to find a percentile? The question is find out where the 25th percentile is in the above list. So you can see the step 1, calculate what rank is at the 25th percentile. Use the following formula. So the formula you can see there, rank equals percentile divided by 100 multiplied by number of items plus 1. So this is the formula. So the percentile we are required is 25. So divided by 100 multiplied by how many items are there total? 8 items plus 1. So that equals 0.25 multiplied by 9 equal to 2.25. So we have got the rank equals 2.25. So if you have scored just about 2.25, you are in the, that is the 25th percentile. So a rank of 2.25 is at the 25th percentile. So however, there isn't a rank of 2.25. So the problem is we don't have a rank called 2.25. We have nowhere seen a rank called 2.25, correct? So what do we do? You must either round up or round down, but 2.25 is closer to 2 than 3. So round down to a rank of 2. So this is step 1. Choose either definition 1 or 2. So now you have to choose either definition 1 or definition 2. So the definition 1 is lowest score, that is greater than 25% of the scores, that equals to 43. Okay, so the lowest score, that is just above the second rank, is 43. Okay, that is a rank of 3. When you see the table, you will understand. Then according to the definition 2, the smallest score, that is greater than or equal to 25% of the scores, this equals 33, that is a rank of 2. So when you take the definition 1, according to that, rank 3 becomes 25th percentile. When you take the second definition, that is greater than or equal to 25%, it becomes the rank 2 itself. Okay, so this is how to find the percentiles using either definitions. So hope this is clear. So in the next example, we can start the Tkinter example, Tkinter program. So using definition 3. So what does the definition 3 tell? It's a weighted mean of the percentiles from the first 2 definitions. So we just need to find the weighted mean of the percentiles from the first 2 definitions. That is, in the above example, here's how the percentile would be worked out using the weighted mean. So multiply the difference between the scores by 0.25, that is the 25%, correct? The scores we had got in the above definitions were 43 and 33. 43 was for rank 3, whereas 33 was for rank 2. So subtract them, okay, and it gives us the result of 10. When we subtract them, the answer is 10. Okay, now we need to multiply them with 0.25, that is 0.25 multiplied by 10 is 2.5. So add the result to the lower score. So the lower score is 33. So 2.5 plus 33 is 35.5. So this looks better than either 43 or 33. So it's a mean. It's a weighted mean. The answer is 35.5. So in this case, the 25th percentile score is 35.5, which makes more sense as it's in the middle of 43 and 33. All right. So hope this is clear. If you have any doubts, you can have a look at them again. So understand the definition of percentile. Okay, it's the value below which a percentage of data falls. Then you can see the example. We have given 2 examples. Then you must have the data in order, in the ascending order. Then so to find the percentile where you stand, add up all the percentages below your score and half of the percentage of your score. Okay, that is, for example, you can see there 12% and 50% are below you and you are in the 30%. So add 12 plus 50 plus 30% half, that is 15%. So it means you are better than 77% of the students. Then we saw what is deciles and quartiles. So as you know that deciles split the data into 10% groups, whereas quartiles split the data into quarters. So you also understood that the 25th percentile is the first quarter, 50th percentile is the second quarter, and 75th percentile is the third quarter. So how to find the quartiles also, you can check it out. Okay, so the percentile is very important in many areas to understand where do you stand, how significant you are among the population who took the same task. So out of 10 people in a running race, you can cover 100-meter distance in 30 seconds. So it doesn't mean that you are the best. You must first understand where do you stand, how many percentage of the people are below you. Okay, that is very important. So how to find the percentile rank? Okay, we have 3 definitions for finding out the percentile. The third definition uses the weighted mean, correct? So hope they are a bit clear. So we have seen one example. So how to find the 25th percentile we have seen. Similarly, you can find out what is the 50th percentile and what is the 60th percentile and what is the 80th percentile by using those formulas. So I hope this is clear. If you have any doubts, you can mail us. All right. Thank you.